RBB Morning Show, the coach, mentor, marketing, and social media strategist you need each and every morning. RBB, a live morning talk show that gives you the ability to get the coach you need, strategist you wish you could afford, social media manager and strategist, marketing strategist, project manager, certified OBM, VA, business startup strategist, profit strategist, web strategist, email funnel strategist, sales page strategist, PR strategist, time management, mindset, and overall business development strategist. We answer it all. With over 25 years of business experience, both in corporate and small business worlds, we really can answer it all. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's having an amazing start to your Wednesday. We're just getting started this morning, and I hope everybody is ready for today. I'm really excited about today, even though I'm very groggy this morning. I've actually fell asleep at like 7 o'clock last night, and now I'm like in that mega groggy, can't fully wake up hangover stage, you get when you've slept too much. That is me today. So today we're talking about LinkedIn and what you should post on LinkedIn. So I've said LinkedIn's easy because you only have to post like 3 times a week. So what should you post? So I've gone through what you shouldn't post. So I'll review that real quick. Don't post emotionally based anything. Nobody cares. And that's not me being cold and nasty. That is absolutely true. LinkedIn is a professional social media platform, but nobody cares. Keep it professional. If you wouldn't say it in a boardroom, don't say it on LinkedIn. And if you're one of those people that would say something overly emotional in a boardroom, then you never actually been in a boardroom full of people with C-level people.
Yeah, because they would embarrass you.
Oh my gosh, they would rip you apart. I have. That's where I spent a good portion of my corporate career is in the boardroom. So I speak from experience. You want to share things that are going to give value to somebody. You don't have, we talk about, use your social media like you're having a conversation with your best friend. Don't do that in LinkedIn. Your posts on LinkedIn should be very value-based. They should be articles that are value-based. Again, not emotion-based. You should be sharing tidbits, tips, and tricks for your industry. You should be sharing, you can absolutely use it for sales pitches. We have a post out there right now on LinkedIn that's actually doing very well. And the graphic is how this one simple trick made you $132,000 without wasting a ton of time or money on ads. Get new leads, create amazing content without the stress, aggravation, or tons of time lost in your day. So that is what it says. I just read that to you word for word. That is informative in a 100% sales pitch. There's no reason why you can't do that. Though I wouldn't do that often. I only do those when we've got something special coming up. So right now my feed has a bunch of things like that on it because today we have our webinar. But generally you don't see that from me. You see value-based content, blog posts that are very informative. You will not find me getting on my soapbox on LinkedIn. You will not find me getting overly annoyed with people on LinkedIn. Now, if you look at my Rockstar CEO Facebook page, that is me ranting and raving about things. That is me sharing what drives me crazy, what should be done, and what I find very annoying that's not done in the Facebook world. That is what that's for. That's the only place I post things like, well, no, I don't. That's not the only place I post those on Twitter too. But LinkedIn is not for that. LinkedIn is not for sweet little quotes that I find. However, I have shared quotes from Gary Vee before, and I've added to them, asked questions about them, interacted with them. I've shared industry news, things from social media today, things like that. Make sure that whatever you're sharing on LinkedIn, LinkedIn is so easy, everybody. It is so easy if you use it right. You're noticing that our morning show has been a lot shorter. That's because there isn't a ton to share about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is easy. Don't overcomplicate it. When you overcomplicate it, you get ignored. Don't friend people that are friends if they're in your same industry. It doesn't do you any good. I get leads right now. I've got 9 conversations going on, private messages going back and forth with potential clients on LinkedIn.
I have 81 connection requests right now. I haven't been on here in a while.
Oh, yeah. We've been so busy the last few weeks building out funnels and stuff like that Gina hasn't had time because she's been crazy in tech.
Yeah, I have been so in things. It's ridiculous.
So make sure that you are diving in and using LinkedIn the correct way, because you will succeed in LinkedIn when used correctly. LinkedIn is a very, very powerful platform if you're looking for that level of clients. LinkedIn is a different level of clients, and you should be speaking to them differently. It is not, I mean, I have said that LinkedIn is trying to change things because they allowed things to head towards Facebook type platform stuff. They're trying to pull that back. So you'll start seeing less and less lower hanging fruit type clients there again.
I kind of want to touch on something really quick that I think that Danielle and I just it's an underlying message, but we haven't necessarily touched on it. So we understand that when you come in to wanting to start your own business and all of that, you're wanting to get away from the culture and the experience that you felt when you were working for someone else. Like, we get that. So don't think that we're telling you that you can't get away from that. But unfortunately, for some strange reason, most women or men, when they start their own business and they go off into the small business venture and they were so burnt by corporate, they go the totally opposite direction. And all professionalism is thrown out the door. And then they end up in this weird little circle of people that are basically just griping at each other all the time and calling each other out. And then they end up complaining about unprofessional behavior. So basically what we're saying is that if you want to go on LinkedIn, just understand that what you've been seeing on Facebook isn't I don't want to say isn't welcome there, but it doesn't work there. People will just ignore you because they don't want it either. Most people that are looking to grow a business beyond themselves, this is just for lack of better term and lack of coffee. So I can't think of anything. So you guys don't at me on this, but they're not, people on LinkedIn typically are not small-minded. And what I mean by small-minded is I don't mean the people that never want to grow beyond themselves, never want to scale beyond themselves, but still want to make 7 figures. That's backwards. You can't but that you find that mentality a lot of time in Facebook small business, but over on LinkedIn, these are people that are wanting to build actual legitimate companies that will end up having 20 plus employees. They're not looking they're looking to take what they were doing in corporate and just be the owner of it. So keep that in mind when you're going on LinkedIn. If you were going to walk into Pop's grocery store randomly on the corner to get a job, would you walk in and be like, well, I really didn't feel like getting out of bed today, and it was really, really hard, but I had to dig deep because I'm manifesting a job here, so I knew that I had to take action, so I had to get up and I had to get dressed and I had to come over here and I had to just bring my resume to you.
Anybody in a generation of about in an age group of above 40, 35, 40 is going to look at you and go, well, that's nice. Then you're not the appropriate person to work here. Don't treat LinkedIn like you would a very formal interview. There is a YouTube video out there that cracks me up to no end. It is an older gentleman interviewing a millennial young woman. And I will post a link.
Please post a link. I want to watch this.
It is. Let me see if I can find it while I'm talking. It is the funniest thing ever. And unfortunately, part of why I find it funny is I've had that interview more than once with somebody, which is horrifying.
That is, I can't wait to watch this.
And it is horrifying because, okay, this is gonna start obviously because I can't. Okay, there we go. But it's unfortunately I've had this interview and I've seen too many people treat LinkedIn the same way. Be careful because LinkedIn is not the place to share the things that you share on your Facebook in Facebook groups. Absolutely not the place to share. And LinkedIn, I mean, there are major discussions. And when I said I'm part of a discussion team that the developers from LinkedIn and talk to, we talk about why LinkedIn is now failing and not doing as well. And unfortunately, LinkedIn really is not, it cannot be treated like Facebook. And when you do treat it like Facebook, and I made this mistake. So I made this mistake last year trying to treat it like I did Facebook and do the same type of posts and stuff. I lost a lot of ground on LinkedIn and had to gain that back. I was because I've been part of this dev group on LinkedIn for a long time. I was actually called out for it.
I'm sorry.
So now that I'm back to posting in a more corporate fashion, I will admit my LinkedIn is pretty haphazard at this point because we've been so busy in building that I haven't been spending enough time on the development of what we are building. But now that once I went back to that, I have, like I said, I have 9 potential leads right now on LinkedIn, and they are clients that I'm looking to charge $5,000+ a month to. These are not your $250 a month, $500 a month clients. These are high level, big ticket paying clients. Don't be looking for your $250 to $500 a month, your 10-hour a month clients, your 20-hour a month clients. That's not where you're going to find them. Coaching clients, depending on who your potential client is for a coach. I have a couple coaches that I build strategies for LinkedIn. One of them is a dialect coach, and she teaches those that come over from other countries to tone down their accent. They may speak English very well, but their accent is too heavy and makes it difficult for people that they work with to understand. So that's what she does. So her ideal clients are high-level engineers that work at Amazon and Google and things like that. So yes, her potential clients are on LinkedIn. But if your potential clients are women who are struggling with being moms and owning their own businesses, LinkedIn is not where you should be looking for them. You should be looking for them on Facebook, Instagram. That's where they're going to be. Twitter is also not going to be a good place for you. So make sure that you're using the platform the way it should be. Otherwise, you're making yourself look unprofessional, whether you mean to or not. You're making yourself look like small potatoes that somebody doesn't want to work with to the actual LinkedIn crowd. So keep that in mind. There are people that are probably in your realm on LinkedIn because unfortunately LinkedIn has allowed some of that less professional type. Don't take me criticizing the mommy bloggers, the mommy coaches, those kind of things. It's not that isn't a professional in a real business. It's just not a professional. When I say professional business, I mean somebody who has a master's degree in marketing, somebody who has 20 years of experience building dev environments for an engineering firm and for massive corporations, somebody who is a CPA or an EA or a doctor or a lawyer. Those are traditionally what LinkedIn is for, is those that have a high level professional career. And when I say professional, that's what I mean. Online digital world professional is a completely different, it's not the same thing, not the same thing in any way. So I'm not criticizing you and calling you unprofessional when I say that's not where you belong, but a highly educated, highly professional career situation is what LinkedIn is for. LinkedIn originally was for when you were wanting to move out of your corporate job and move to another corporate job. I've shared with you many times, I don't have a resume. I have not had a resume in 20 years. I'm only 43 and I haven't had a resume in 20 years. I haven't needed one. My LinkedIn spoke for itself. I got a call, I want to say 3 weeks ago, something like that, from a headhunter looking to hire me in the tech world to do business development, sales, and marketing in the tech world.
I have actually sitting in my inbox right now, you guys, on my LinkedIn, because of the way that it's set up. My LinkedIn is always blowing up and I very rarely check it. I have 2 messages from recruiters sitting in my inbox right now looking for implementation project managers. It's constant.
Mm-hmm. So for me, I haven't had a resume in 20 plus years. My LinkedIn currently doesn't reflect any of my tech world experience. Like, it's all gone. I've removed it. And I still have headhunters reaching out to me just because of my name. And this job was $160,000 a year, minimum, starting, plus commissions. That's what LinkedIn is for. I haven't needed a resume in 20 years because of my LinkedIn. My LinkedIn was my resume. So keep that in mind when you're looking about how to use a resume. Now, if we have a lot of VAs that listen to us, like I think a good portion of everybody that listens to us is a VA. As a VA, if you are looking for a corporate style customer, somebody who's looking to, like us, we are an agency, we're looking to run in a corporate fashion, and you're looking to provide support services to somebody that's building their own corporate empire, a mini corporation, then that is a great place for you to find clients, because that's who you're going to easily find. But if you're a VA that's looking for a mommy blogger, a coach, a manifestation coach that you want to work with, a health coach that you want to work with, it, if those are your ideal clients, you shouldn't be able to find those on LinkedIn. I'm not going to say you're not going to. LinkedIn is not for everybody, period. Now, Sandra, that listens to us, and you hear me talk about Sandra often, Sandra is an accountability coach. She has a lot to offer somebody who's still in the corporate world, to help them stay on top of all of that they're doing their every day, their personal life, maybe trying to start a business and still being in corporate world. That is an idea.
Developing new habits that will help them get to the next level in their corporate career. I mean, accountability the sky's the limit.
Absolutely. Now, somebody who is a social media VA, you're probably not going to find clients on LinkedIn, because most of those people don't care about having social media presence. They only care about their LinkedIn presence. So really pay attention to where your ideal client is. Just because everybody's saying LinkedIn is the place to be doesn't mean it is. So just keep that in mind. Some more tips for LinkedIn. Tomorrow we're going to kind of deviate a little bit from LinkedIn, because I've pretty much shared everything for you for LinkedIn. LinkedIn is not hard. Said this about 900,000 times. So tomorrow we're just going to answer questions, because I now have a very, very long list, because I haven't been answering too many of them. I do have one goofy question. Danielle, you always have guitars behind you, and today you've got an extra. What the heck? And you actually play them. So
that's your bass, isn't it?
This is my bass and my bass amp. You can't see it while I'm turned to my chair. And the guitar on the wall. So here's a secret. I like the guitar on the wall. It's very pretty. It's a gorgeous guitar. My husband was looking to upgrade a guitar. So I have a business expense of writing off an amazing guitar, purple guitar. But the bass I actually play. So the guitar, I do not know how to play. I am not coordinated enough to play guitar. I broke my hands when I was young, so I don't have the dexterity to play guitar. I do have the dexterity to play the bass, and I have 134 songs that I have to learn. So my bass is now behind me, so I can practice off and on throughout the day. So yes, I play the bass, not the guitar. And I have a flute somewhere too that I also play. So I have
random.
Yep. Random question of the day. Yes, I do play, and I am a singer. So I am out and about playing. When you hear me being about Rockstar Wife, it's because the husband plays the drums and the guitar, but I'm also out playing and doing stuff. So your random thing to know about Danielle for the day. Have a great day, everybody. Remember to rise, become, and be. We look forward to connecting with you tomorrow morning. Have a great one.
RBB Morning Show, the coach, mentor, marketing, and social media strategist you need each and every morning.